Alright, so we just went out the other night, and I am super pissed off about where we went. Now, I'm a bit hungover, so this story will not be very good, and my editing will also not be very good, so get ready for that, like usually. So, I'm pretty sure my friend's probably not going to watch this video, because nobody watches my videos. I use them as like a journal, and such. So, I'm gonna call my friend, Ted. Let's call him Ted. How I Met Your Mother? So, me and my friend Ted, it's his 19th birthday, by the way. We go out and get a beer. So we go to a couple bars, went to one or two clubs. I'm not gonna tell you which, because I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember any of them. So Celebrities was one. That's a gay club, by the way. So, me and Ted go into the bar and then order a couple of drinks. He's legal and I'm legal, so we're both fine. And Ted is a shy guy. He's very shy and he's very introverted, and he's a fun guy, but you kind of need him to open out of his shell. He needs to get comfortable in the situation, as do a lot of people. I know I have that too. When I'm not comfortable, I get quiet and really sarcastic. And when I'm not, my shirt is off, naked, I'm probably covered in blood. But yeah, so I thought it'd be fun, because it's Ted's 19th, that we take him. I try to get him hooking up with someone, right? Because that's always the fun part. And I am also a jerk and treat women like shit. So I try to wingman him. And for all of you that don't know, I am the single greatest wingman in the, let's say, all of Vancouver. I can get almost any girl with almost any guy, and I hardly ever fail. For me, getting a girl for myself, pretty hard, but when I have someone, when I'm just helping somebody out, I'm really good at it, and there's no pressure on me, and I can be a bigger asshole than I already am. So as you can tell by the fact that I'm a bit angry, that I couldn't find Ted anyone. I introduced him to a bunch of girls, and it wasn't happening, and I don't know why. Ted's not the best looking guy, but he's a smart guy. He's a funny guy. He's got interests. He's a person. He likes a variety of different things like me. I like exercising too, but you know what else I like? I like Star Wars and shit, and DC and Marvel comics. I have a wide variety of interests, and his are just some that aren't as popular as mine. He plays League of Legends. He likes to read. He's not a big fan of exercising, but he can play golf like a fucking motherfucker. He is a good guy, and I don't understand why any girl wouldn't want him. I tried my best, and by the end of the night, after 6 encounters of me just trying to set my friend up, get him to have a good night, it all shattered. His confidence was in the dumps. And you know what? A lot of those I didn't bother to introduce him, because when I pointed that girl right to him, when I pointed at him with that girl, they said no. And I asked them why, and they just said he's not my type. How would you know? By looking at someone, just by looking at them, and the few words that I say to you about him, that he's not good enough for you. 6 women out of these bars. I know that's not a lot, but that's a substantial bit on a Thursday night. This is exactly the point I've been trying to make my whole life when people ask me, Michael, why are you such an asshole? One of my girlfriends called me one of the most evil, ex-girlfriends called me one of the most evil human beings in the entire world. Do you know why? Because this kind of shit happens. Women only like a certain kind of guy. A certain kind of guy that treats them like crap, and he looks a certain way. A certain guy who doesn't respect women, who isn't a good guy. He may act like a good person in the beginning, but he isn't. It wasn't even the excuse of, no, I have a boyfriend. And I understand that. If you have a boyfriend, why would... Nobody should be hitting on you. You should be staying faithful, I guess. But but they just said they didn't want my friend Ted. And you should have seen the looks on their faces. They didn't tell me it, but I saw looks of disgust, looks of surprise. Maybe I was playing him up too far. Maybe I was making him look too good with my words. But he deserves better. He is a good person. He understands that a woman should be respected. He is the most polite fucking individual in the entire world. He would treat any woman like a queen. And all this, I have a lot of friends that are girls. I used to dance, so a general population of my friends are girls. And they always come to me, why are guys such assholes? Why did he cheat on me? It's because you picked the wrong person. You could have picked a perfect person in Ted. You could have picked him. He's a good guy, and you can't even go up to him and have a talk with him. You can't even give him that one chance that he so much deserves. That he so much wants and needs. It's hard to find a guy that just wants a relationship. And I understand that. I know through evolution, guys want to go with as many women as possible, especially in our young age. But Ted is one of the few that just wants one girl. Just wants that one perfect girl that he can share his life with. Do you know how insane that is? I used to be like Ted. When I was in high school, grade 8, 9, I tried to be the polite guy, tried to open up doors for girls, tried to treat people with respect, tried to be a nice person, and it didn't work. And over time, through those grade 8 and 9 years, I got lonely. And I learned one thing. That you as a man, wherever you are, especially in North Vancouver, you have to be a bad person. I'm not the best looking guy, but I had to change my attitude to get into a relationship that I hated. A lot of my relationships were just physical. And when the girl finally wanted something more, I cheated on them. Because I learned so far. I learned that I've lost the ability to treat women that I like with respect. That cheating felt really good. Cheating felt fantastic. Being the asshole was great. It felt good for me. And I lost that person that was in grade 8 and 9. Well, starting in grade 10, I got my first kiss, lost my V card, and my first girlfriend dumped me. Because I couldn't treat her with respect. I went with another girl in 2 days. It's not fair. Ted deserves better. I used to deserve better. Society has made me a worse person. And I'm not gonna blame this. I'm not gonna blame this on myself or blame it on Ted. It's not his fault. It's not my fault. I've adapted. He hasn't yet, but I don't want him to turn into me. I want him to be happy, and I want him to have that chance to meet a perfect girl, to be happy, and have that first relationship that he needs, he deserves. I'm sorry for this video. I'm sorry to all the women that I treated badly all these years. I'm friends with a couple of them. And I'm trying to fix myself. I'm trying to be better. I'm sorry for not having a funny video this time. I'm sorry for Ted going home miserable on his 19th birthday. A day when he should have felt better. A day when he should have felt like he accomplished something new. A day where he could be emotionally, physically, and mentally safe and satisfied. I know it sounds whiny, saying that it's not my fault for cheating on those people. But you know what? I was a different guy before. And once I learned that being a terrible person gets you farther, not opening the door because I'm afraid that the girl's gonna think that I like her too much, not pulling out the chair because she thinks I'm a prude. She might think I'm a prude if I take open that chair. Not helping her open the door to my car. Just because I don't want her to think that I'm trying too hard to get to know her. I learned to be a bad person. And I really don't want Ted to be like me at all. Ted, if you're watching this, I know you probably aren't, but you can do it. There is a place in the world for nice people, and you're gonna find it with or without me. You're a good guy. I wish you all the happiness in the world. This sucks. This sucks so much.